Hi, this is Elena.
And Michelle.
I'm a 3D artist.
And I'm a sister.
So I made something to 3D print. This is the owl piggy bank.
Ooh!
Because, yeah, the kids, Michelle wanted to start a system of giving the kids money and for stuff and, like, a dime for each whatever. And there's a whole system involved, and I'm going to explain it. Pause on that thought I was just in the middle of saying. It reminds me of all these videos I keep seeing about, like, when an anime starts to explain its, like, power system, and you're just, like, checking out completely, because it's just, you don't watch enough anime, Shell.
I don't, but you sent an Instagram to the boys about that already.
Okay.
So I knew of it.
Yeah, because I watched the show, the most recent one was Undead Unluck, and it was pretty happy-go-lucky for the first, 5 episodes, just, stuff was happening, I didn't need an explanation, but then it forced an explanation on me. It's like, do I have to actually pay attention to this? Anyway, so I'm not going to explain the power systems of the piggy banks in this household. Just know that I made, we couldn't find any in the stores, any cool-looking ones. And our mom had mentioned that she had one that was shaped like an owl when she was younger. And so I decided to make one for them that was owl-shaped, just to match. So yeah, this is fun because you already know, you're pretty acquainted with what it looks like, Shell. Mm-hmm. And Shell has one in her cabinet because I made a little tester one. I printed that first.
It's a little mini one. I love it.
And it can only fit dimes.
Yes. I had a champagne cork top. Just cork. And then I cut up for the kids. But I don't have one for the little one to make that functional.
Just cut the cork even smaller. Use the scraps.
The scraps that are in the dump now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find them.
Speak before you think.
Check and check. Oh, gosh. So I had one thought from this week. The only thing of note that happened was there was one point when I was downstairs, I was just grabbing dinner, and the kids were, I don't know why it was on their minds, but they wanted to break dance, or Felicity asked if I could break dance, and it's like, I can try. I can try for sure. So I went ahead and did it, and it's just funny because, the kids, I was doing anything, so they were excited to see it. I was just doing an odd thing, doing my best. So it's they were encouraging no matter what. But then you're over there yeah, okay. Maybe I'm doing it well. And then even Berm across the way was yeah. So it's just if I believed all of that, I would really embarrass myself in public thinking no, I know I can break dance because I got 4 positive reactions. They wouldn't lie. But it's the technique, it was sound. I just couldn't lift my entire body up with my hands. Yeah. But I could spin. I was doing something. It
was perfect because they got an idea of what it could look like. And I didn't have to do it, and Berm's arms not working right now. So
yeah.
It was all good. Yeah, it's one of those things, you can't describe it. They spin around, but with their hands down, but their leg, I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get a video. But that takes away from all the active they're doing.
Yeah, totes. But then it was cool because then they were actually going for it themselves. And, Avery managed to move. That was, really impressive. It was, his upper body was on the ground. He lifted his legs all the way up. It was just, it was a perfect, I don't know if you call that a worm, but I would think it looked like a worm.
Yeah.
It was good. Unironically good. Not just faking it to be nice.
He had some moves. Felicity's perfected just the normal cartwheel too. Mm-hmm. She was doing with her skirt, so it looked super fancy with the flowing skirt.
I bet.
My shoulders always feel sore after doing just one single cartwheel.
Yeah. I hate things that I loved doing it when I was younger, and it was just second nature, but I can't do it now. It's the monkey bars. I think about it every time we go there. It's this was my favorite activity in 3rd grade. Why is it that I can't do that? It's a pull-up every time. It's I wouldn't just do a pull-up in this day and age. Yeah. But, in 3rd grade, I would. Ugh.
Or even just a single bar. When I was in 5th grade, I could get my knee up on it and go spins around.
Oh, my gosh.
I could hang with my legs over the bar, upside down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in the Mabim Bam podcast, they've talked about how it's hard to get into those kind of physical activities when you're older because when you're young, you can fall all the time and there's no consequence. But when you're older, you know that there is some risk there and you might sprain your wrist or something like that. It's I was just doing this maneuver that kind of scared Mom because, okay, I was hanging out with her and Coco and the kids in the backyard, and one of the kids got on the hammock, which was in Coco's vicinity, and she like was on a like a long leash kind of thing connected to somewhere close by. But she jumped on the hammock with one of the kids, and they overbalanced it and fell out on the other side. And the kid, whoever it was, could just walk away, but Coco, was on the wrong side where her leash was, so I went over. I was just like, I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm gonna make her fall again onto the opposite side. I'm gonna fall too, and that's just gonna be what we have to deal with, because I think it'll be easier to do that than to disconnect her leash and reattach it over the way. Like, I could just see that going wrong too. Anyway, so I did all that without warning Mom. So all she saw was like, she turned around, I was just like falling over, and Coco was falling on top of me. And she was just like, Coco, no. It's like, no, she didn't do anything wrong. Like, she was tangled up. I had to help her. But yeah, it's like, while I was doing that, it was just like, yeah, this is kind of a risk. Like, maybe I'll die. But I wanted to make sure Coco didn't, I don't know, be stuck behind the hammock and sad. I had this other idle thought, because I was burning a candle all day today, and
you say phrases that are real, but they are phrases. Like, you're always grinding. She's grinding all night long, but she has a grinder to physically grind her stuff. It's like,
I was working hard grinding.
Now she's burning the candle on both ends.
I was burning a fragrant candle all day in my room. And before I came in here to do the voiceover, I blew it out. And I was just thinking, I feel like other people have had this thought before too. Is there not a candle scent that is just blown out candle? I would love that.
It's like, it's good at first, and then it stops being good. You know what I'm talking about? Perhaps. Like, as soon as you blow out the candle, it has that good smell. But if it keeps going, you smell it again towards the end of its burning out, and it doesn't smell good.
Okay.
So it's like, they need to get that beginning. There's a special part. Does anyone else relate to that?
Oh my. I mean, I guess I try not to like inhale it so much. I can enjoy it idly and then go, I can enjoy it. I don't know.
There's like a cutoff time where it's like, now it's not pleasant anymore.
I'll pay more attention next time.
Try. Just that's all I ask.
Yeah, next time I burn that candle, I'm going to need to borrow the long thing. I think you have one of those, the long lighter?
I don't.
Oh, no. I can envision one.
Mom might have one down. We might have had one, but it could be out in the garage. I haven't seen it.
Darn, I guess I'll just stretch my hand. Because it's one of those big Yankee ones, and it's down, there's like an inch or two left, so it's hard to reach. I'll figure it out. I need to get that last bit. Gosh, I love the moment where I widened the belly just a little bit more, because it's like to fit more change.
Yeah.
You want a plump owl, so you can fit all the coins you want. In Naruto, he has this little wallet, and it's like a frog shape, and I don't know, it's really cute. Because,
I think I do know that, because I have gifted something of that.
But yeah, I remember one scene where it's like he just spent a lot of money. And I feel like he says something to the effect of, like, you're cuter when you're chubbier. Because he has more money, and that's better for him. It's the same logic can be applied to this owl.
All right, so we've been going to a church for a while. And when we first went to it, it was the first official day there. Just happenstance. And it was like they were taking pictures. They wanted everyone to come out and, like, no one leave because they didn't want any cars driving. And it was just like, wow. It had been open. I thought they had their first service Easter Sunday. They did. But the day we came, I thought we'd, like, been casually a couple weeks after. But no, that was, like, their official opening, start of it day. And so it was just weird to be a brand new church, brand new person. And it's the first day of the church. So we went to a new church today, just mixing it up a little bit. And it happened to be the first day in their new building.
Oh, my gosh.
It's like, how did I happen to find it?
Yeah,
how are you doing? At the perfect timing. I didn't try. I had no idea. Didn't say anything online. It just seemed like an established church. So we went in, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's our first time in the building. I was like, what? How?
Was that a good sitch for the kids' Sunday school?
Yeah, it worked out pretty well. And the class was really big, though. I didn't really have the best vibes about the church in general. But the kids, it was really fun for them. They said there was lots of games. When we looked in, it had like a huge thing of like bowling pins, and they had a like big Connect 4 thing. Brand new toys for a whole Sunday school.
Exciting.
And it was all like dark room in the big church, all dark room, like rock band with drums and everything. Like the other church doesn't have drums. And you realize what was missing when it's like, this is so loud. It's like, oh, they don't have drums in the other church. So I don't know. It was worth a try. We're going to try some other ones, see if we can find another fit. I don't know.
Very cool. Let's see. I had a lot that I cut out of this section of the of where I'm at right now, because there was a lot of experimenting I did with what extra designs I could put on, but I went for pretty minimal designs as far as what was sculpted. And then later on, I was grinding after I printed it. I just I put little holes in the back of it, like a fun design, and a few holes in the front too, because I was hoping that with holes on both ends, it would catch the light and they would be able to see just how much money they had in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you had to go inside to make it hollow too, don't you? Do you have to worry about the inside?
No. Oh. No, it's not hollow in Maya, but then before there's the slicing program, and that was in air quotes. I used Chitu box, and it just slices it, and you can specify that you want it to be hollow, and you can say how thick you want the hollowness to be. So I put 2 millimeter thickness for the walls. That was something it just did.
And it just auto-generated how big you wanted the supports to be inside too?
It did.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. And the slicing program also let me punch out a hole in the bottom. So I measured how big a quarter is and just did a little bit more than that.
So much advancement in programs that they can just auto do things that would take a real person so much time and fiddliness, right?
So totes.
Crazy.
Technology's just gotten a little bit too uppity, you know? It does too many things.
Nobody asked you to do all that.
Some cute wings, and then I do one little forehead detail, which later I told Shell I realized it was a lot like Avatar, a little arrow on his forehead. I wasn't thinking that way before. I think we're about to just bust out. Yeah. So here's that with my fun painting in the background. I made that.
Yes.
It's a Doctor Who thing. And then the mini one from Shell.
Yes.
There you go. Hope you enjoyed. See you next Monday.
I enjoyed. Bye, guys.
Love
Ba-dum.
you.
Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum.
Bow.